the news.
What is it that we, the Liberian people, want?
The Liberian communities in the diasporas are not left out. That's why Diaspora's Talk is back on your screens on KMTV.
In fact, the United Party is not cohesive.
Be it social, political, economic, and other issues affecting Liberia and the diaspora Liberian communities.
I did not expect to even make it to Hollywood.
Join Cyrus McGee and Nathan Charles every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on KMTV, Facebook, and YouTube.
I want to be arrested in the midst of my people.
As they discuss the issues, blending the voices from Liberia and the diaspora Liberian communities.
The Liberian Business Association in the diaspora should be used as a vehicle for economic development in Liberia because no country can develop without a diaspora impact.
For sponsorship, call cell numbers 612-806-5896, 816-433-3979, or better still, email us at usakmtv@gmail.com. Diaspora Talk, turn this out.
That Mr. Taylor gave the information that Mr. Taylor was responsible for what happened. But let me say this to all of you. Mr. Taylor in prison and never told you for the past 29 years. The past 29 years. How can he send message to him? These are all major attempts to distract the Liberian people and bring confusion in the country. The National Patriotic Party saying our exit from power, we will need a law-abiding party until we form a coalition with a coalition of democratic team. We will need peaceful, but we cannot be intimidated. Let me say it clear. We cannot be intimidated. We have the capacity. If you bring 500 people, we can bring over. That is not our concern. Why, if you don't want us, if you think the challenge, that go to the ballot box. We will take Nima County. I said the third below. We will take the color of the democratic teams. We will take Nima County.
And I tell you, George Sylvester Malba, former representative of Bond County, they're speaking in Lofa County when they went to, rally their support for the Lofa aspirant for the Senate there with the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC. Welcome to a brand new edition of the program Diaspora Talk right here on KMTV, Creative Minds Television. We are everywhere. That's why we are right here on this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Is the last day of May. Wow. May been a wonderful month to us so far. It's the last day of May, the year 2023. The next time we will be here welcoming you to Diaspora Talk will be in June. But all of you watching, whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, or whatever way you're watching us via the KMTV app, I'd like to say welcome to all of you at home and abroad. I'm here with my colleague Nathan Charles. Together we are going to be driving you on today's edition of the program. Welcome, Nathan, and happy Wednesday.
It's indeed. It's World No Tobacco Day. So May 31st, all around the world is celebrated as World No Tobacco Day. And I know in Liberia, all around the world, people are discouraging smoking. Even secondhand smoking is dangerous. So
smoke. Electronic smoking, vaping, and all of that.
Yeah, and it's something I see. Hookah, I call it
hookah.
The hookah. Most of our people get it into. So today is World No Tobacco Day. So
say no to tobacco.
Say no to tobacco. Weed, everything is put on tobacco.
Mm-hmm. So anything smoke. Today is the day against that, and they've talked about a lot of effect, negative effect from smoking, secondhand smoking, and the rest of that. But we have it. There are a lot of things taking place. Liberia just how many months to election? Is it 4 months or 5 months?
Let's check the month. It's October, so we already. So this month is already off.
Gone. So June, tomorrow, beginning tomorrow, we will be counting 4 months plus. To our national elections. There are a lot of things that are playing. Like I always say, there are a lot of shifting that will take place, jumping of ships from one political party to another. In the intro there, Nathan, you listen to George Morba, and he was responding very toughly to Senator Prince Johnson. I don't know whether you listened to Senator Johnson recently in an interview with Prophet Key, where he said he spoke to former President Taylor from prison 2 times, and George is saying that at no time did he speak to former President Taylor. It's like 20, I think he said 29 years. He has not spoken to the former president who's in prison there in The Hague. And this thing is like everybody cutting everybody as it relates to this entire game, wanting to gain favor from the Liberian people.
Indeed, George Sylvester Mobile is no stranger when it comes to rallying, campaigning, propagating his side. You know, he's from the NPP, a staunch member of the NPP. Now he has landed a good government job after serving the people of Bond County in legislature. So serving as Director General, so he's well seated. He has to continue to propagate the message. Again, it beats my imagination. Somebody from Bond County is talking like that, hey, Lofa County will take. What I'm wondering,
They would take Nimba.
They would take Nimba. I'm like, okay, what's your strength in Nimba, Mr. George? And you know, so, but is he talking collectively?
I think he's saying the coalition.
Fine.
Will take Nimba. They will make sure that the CDC will take Nimba, you know, and you know Nimba is the stronghold of
Nimba is
Senator
divided.
Prince Johnson.
Nimba is divided now from where we stand. Nimba is divided. It is no clear cut that anyone can sweep Nimba. The Gonglos alone, you know, the Gonglos would take their own share.
But the Gonglo was in the race, and Edith Gonglo got beaten by Jeremiah Kuhn. We saw that
it was
clearly.
Politics. You know what happened?
Yeah, but it's the same politics. So I mean,
it is national now.
It's more like, and I listened to the CPP nominated number 2, Charlene Brunskin. She's tying herself into Nimba. She said she was born in Yekepa. So it's like this whole Nimba thing is becoming like everybody wants to claim belonging to Nimba, and that's the latest. She telling the people that she was born in Yekepa. She did not go to school in Nimba. They had to move to Monrovia, and then prior to the war and during the war, you know, the way in Monrovia, people see her as a Monrovia lady, but she was born in Nimba, like the same President Weah was born in Nimba too. So Nimba is now the place that everyone wants to claim, you know, belonging.
That's a childish politics. Born in Nimba, being a stakeholder in Nimba is quite different. Now, what have you done that people will count on you that yes, you are ready from Nimba County? If you're looking at people like Jeremiah Kuhn, who started as a Yana boy, right? Who grew up, who had hotel gas station. If you go back way as 2001, 2000, when he was starting up his guest house and other area in Ganta. If you go back to people like Edie Gonglo, where the Gonglo's family. Now, it's not just being born. People will take you seriously. Your hand marks are they there? Looking at everyone wants to say, okay, we are in power now, right? The VAR people from Grand Cape County, they want to say, okay, we are in power. We are second in command, just as the Nimba people. So if you look at it, it is difficult. The CDC, the coalition is not taking anyone. Like for example, biologically, they claiming, but from Nimba as compared to Kun, as compared to the Gonglos, they are traditionally people from Nimba County. So it's a debate because the hand marks are there. That's why I said Nimba will be divided. Look at the population that came from Nimba. I'm trying to put up the statistics from the National Elections Commission to know how many persons registered in Nimba County, because it's election is about the numbers, right? If you divide that number
county per county, the percentage of people from those counties that will be voting, that is key. I know you struck a very serious point, and Nimba is the second largest, most populated counties in Liberia. So from all indication, people will be fighting for the Nimba vote, whether to divide the Nimba vote or to, because I know if with the fact that Senator Prince Johnson is not on the ballot, the presidential ballot, that's a huge one. So everybody will be dipping into the Nimba basket.
But who are people going to vote for? They're going to vote for people, even if you're not there, because influencer, you're going to influence other people, right? Because of Cyrus. Hey, like I was telling somebody who was not in favor of Joseph Boyka, right? But because they are from the Jeremiah Kun camp,
They now support.
and now
support
they said
former vice
all the worst thing.
Mhm.
That's why I told you I don't even take people when they're talking seriously. They said, oh, how he was old, he's handicapped, he's crippled, he sat for 2 years. They said all kinds of things.
Mhm.
This is a very simple person who's bringing the scene. We can call it Zaki Poem Mom. The scene that Zaki
Bringing their
Poem
mom
Mom.
back and now
Praising.
praising. Yeah,
Praising. So
I know one time.
Is this you?
Mhm.
Oh, because now you have a relationship with Jeremiah Kun. He's now with that. So I don't think
It's an open
serious.
secret. We saw that with Senator Prince Johnson.
Yeah.
When he called the former vice president a lot of names. A battery toting man, toting battery around here. You know, he's not fit to be president and all of these. But now Prince Johnson is seeing.
He got a remote now.
Yeah, I think he changed the remote battery, or he took the remote away. So it's, I mean, that's the beauty of politicking.
Yeah,
especially in our country, Liberia. It's crazy, but I mean, in everything, we will always encourage people. You have to be civilized. You have to be civil, making sure that the peace that the country currently enjoys, is maintained. That after October, we can go back and say, yeah, elections came and gone, and it's time that we put the spirit of election aside and look at what we need from our leaders themselves. Those that will be given opportunity, we have to look at their platforms and see where they came from, what they need to do and how they can get those things on course. So I mean, it's about that point. So NEC is actually moving along with a timetable, and I saw from NEC, they did the certification of 5 new political parties.
Yes, I'm like, I thought it was fun parties. Until I went on a reputable media page and I saw that. I was like, oh my god!
Yes, 5 new political parties.
Anybody can, Liberia,
the African Liberation League, African Movement of Liberia, Liberia Rebuilding Party, Liberia First Movement, Grassroots Development Movement. So those are the
That's
5.
Not all Liberia Solidarity Party.
Oh my God! So I thought
Liberia First Movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why you made National Development Party,
Mm-hmm.
United Independent Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I have.
So I got an excerpt from the National Elections Commission.
It's 10. It's not 5, Cyrus. It's 10.
So I was thinking about just the 5. So let's bring you an excerpt from Diaspora Lasana when she certificated those parties. So it's like why people are joining forces, coalitions are forming. Other people are still coming.
KMTV party. So Independent League.
Independent League party. Movement for independent. All kind of things. It's like, but anyway, that's the beauty of democracy. That's what the posted. That's what Baka Mafia then fought for multi-party, but this one is not even is more than multi now. It's crazy. But let's bring you Diaspora Lasana, when she certificated those parties, giving them the right to operate in Liberia, and I'm sure a lot of them will be registering for the 2023 general and presidential elections. I don't know whether they're going to be putting on candidates, but let's bring you this essay.
The magistrates of elections in Liberia, staff of NEC, the press, ladies and gentlemen. Governing this process. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, following a thorough and in-depth process, I am pleased to inform you that the proposed African Liberation League, or proposed African Movement of Liberia, ADML, proposed Liberia Rebuilding Party, Rebuilders, proposed Liberia First Movement, LFM, proposed Grassroots Development Movement, GDM, all have met the legal requirements to be certificated as registered political parties within the Republic of Liberia. Let me now call on the chairpersons of all of these groups, these proposed political parties, to join me here to receive your certificates. Please come forward. So I'll read the certificate. It says, this is to certify that all of these proposed political parties have fulfilled all the requirements for registration as a political party as provided for in Article 79 of the Constitution of Liberia and the NEC guidelines and regulations relating to the formation and registration of political parties to operate within the Republic of Liberia. For so doing, the National Elections Commission hereby declares and accredits all of you as duly registered political parties with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Giving honor our ranks and seal of the Commission on this 30th day of May, AD 2023. Honorable Joseph A. Cordier, Commissioner. Honorable Basi Leo Kwanmai, Commissioner. Honorable Flor Oxley Sale, Commissioner. Councillor Ernestine Morgan Awa, Commissioner. Honorable Boyka A. Duple, Commissioner. Councillor P. Tikla Reeves, Co-Chairperson, and Vivietta Brown Lansana, Chairperson, Elections Commission. And now to the African Liberation League. All congratulations. The National Elections Commission recognizes the Liberia First Movement LFM being certified. The Board of Commissioners and staff of the National Elections Commission certifies Grassroots Development Movement, GDM. Congratulations. The Board of Commissioners and the staff of the National Elections Commission certify the African Democratic Movement of Liberia, ADML. Congratulations. National Elections Commission certifies Liberia Rebuilding Party, Rebuilders. Congratulations. So on behalf of the National Elections Commission, wish all of you well in your endeavor. I thank you.
The National Elections Commission there, Chairman Director Lassana presenting the certificates to those political parties. Nathan, I think one of those who spoke at that after the presentation was Sheikh, who's Sheikh Kuyate. Yeah, he's been vocal indeed, and I want to see whether we can get an excerpt.
Sheikh Mustafa
Mustafa Kuyate, and let's see whether we can get an excerpt there.
That this our national team in a picture representing citizenship of ethnicity or religion. And then we have come to be reminded by National Election Commission If to get the power is through war, it's no to that. If to get the power is through violence, no to that. And they gave all the tools, but tools that will enable us to speak for our people, to defend them, to become the government, the future, where we will destabilize this country, where we will have a decentralized government, where one will not be formed or disabled, where one will not be trying to go by his tribe or her tribe, where everyone will be judged with the concept of parity. That is what we're here to do. We are here to remind Liberians.
There for the poor quality, the noise in that place later. But he's from the Liberia First Movement. I think Shaq used to be with Akko, right?
Yeah, he's from the Akko. You know, it's mostly the people from the Mandingos background, Alahaji Kruma, you know,
The All Liberian Coalition Party. I know that's where Ali Silla is currently, but they have the opportunity now to participate in the Liberian ballot politics as registered political parties. I don't know whether they will be putting our candidates. We hope that our team down there will be able to, have these conversations. But when these teams come out, what actually comes to mind? We saw how you call them Gonkwi in his group. They were accredited as well.
Oh yeah,
and the EFFL.
Yeah.
And they said after
Economic
that,
freedom fighter.
yes, after the accreditation, they told the public that they are not feeding, presidential candidates. So some of these parties will not feed presidential candidates. I'm sure some of them will feed legislative candidates. Some of them might go, into a coalition because, when these things happen, the first thing that comes to mind, what are they looking for?
Yes, I tell you, for me, from my observation of being around for the 2 or 3 elections, we can say since I've been knowing myself, right? It's all about power. It's all about greed. It's all about wanting to be in the numbers. Politics is about interest. So if I don't get myself involved and sit on the fence, when the giant cake come, I will not have some share. We see that other people go in the coalition. So everyone wants to form a party. So at the end, they can have some deputy minister job given to this party. They can have some minister's job or foreign affairs jobs given to their party, because they too feel like if they're just in the crowd, then those who from the head of that crowd, though they are not forming an independent party, they will not be seen.
So jobs.
So it's more of a jobs and being in the numbers and stuff like that. So I think most of them I know I saw few faces, people who are knowing the Liberian community from Liberia. I see them, all of them in the party. They're right. The constitution gave them that right to form their political party.
So associate, with any political party they wish to do that with. So now
now we have over 30 political parties registered, over 30. Cyrus, because we already had
and Adama H. Jaliba is saying that yes, Sheikh was from the CDC. He says Sheikh, came from the CDC. Yeah, I think he could be right. Yeah, Sheikh was from the CDC, and now, maybe that one of the disenchanted seditions, pushing this into a different line. Now he's with a different group. Let's see what happens. But like you put it, the issue of jobs, people will always want to. We saw Prince Johnson dragging the we administration around. They did not live up to their promise to give his people jobs and all of that. So it was an open secret. And we always say politics is interest.
You see, John Sylvester Mobile now he's on the MPP.
He was quiet.
He was other people. The guy from Transport that they fired, Cry, that went to his daughter program. So they all from the Prince Johnson party. It's all about
postal
affairs, right? It's all about jobs.
He was appointed based on the arrangement from Senator Prince Johnson. So we're keeping our eyes out, but still at the Elections Commission yesterday, they issued a writ of election to 19 magistrates, that will be directly in charge of our elections across the country. And this was the charge to them by the commissioner, the chair of the Board of Commissions of the Elections Commission.
shall be elected for a term of 6 years. And whereas Article 48 of the Liberian Constitution states that members of the House of Representatives shall be elected for a term of 6 years, all commencing in January of the year immediately following the elections. Whereas the last general elections for the offices of the President, Vice President, and members of the House of Representatives were conducted in the year 2017. Those elected took their respective offices in January 2018. Hence, vacancies will be created in the January 2024 in the offices of President, Vice President, and the 73 seats in the House of Representatives of the 54th National Legislature due to the expiration of their respective 6-year term. Whereas Article 45 of the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia states that members of the Senate shall be elected for a term of 9 years, and whereas vacancies of 50% will be created in January 2024 in the Senate due to the expiration of the 9-year term of the senators who were elected during the 2014 special sanitary elections and assumed their respective offices the following year. Whereas Article 83A of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia states that voting for the President, Vice President, members of the Senate, and members of the House of Representatives shall be conducted throughout the Republic on the second Tuesday in October of each election year. Whereas this year, 2023, is an election year, and the National Elections Commission is empowered by law to conduct all elections for elective public offices and declare the results thereof. Now, therefore, I, on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, do hereby command you to issue elections rate to each of the elections magistrates, his or her deputy assigned to conduct in their respective counties the 2023 general elections for the offices of the President, Vice President, and the seats in the House of Representatives and Senate in their respective areas of assignment. The said election shall be on the 10th day of October, AD 2023, from the hour of 8 in the morning to 6 p.m. And I do hereby direct that the last day for nomination of candidates by duly registered political parties, alliances, coalitions, and independent aspirants shall be the 14th day of July, AD 2023, at 5 o'clock post-meridian, given under my hand and seal the National Elections Commission of the Republic of Liberia this 30th day of May, AD 2023.
So now, as it stands, the National Elections Commission blew the whistle at some level, right? With the issuance of the rate of the rate of elections to the magistrates. So by law, they are given the mantle to make sure that the necessary things can take place within our country as the country gets prepared to do the elections. And this is key indeed, because these are people, these are areas where disputes, will claims and all will come from. They are the ones that will be able to preside over them, over claims that will arise from the election before it's taken before the general commissioner, the board of commissions, and all of that. So this is very important indeed, and it's coming at a time that, from thing to another, the next thing we're going to be hearing will be the opening for nominations for various political parties.
Exactly. So this process is just one of the many processes leading towards our election, according to our constitution. That's why she quoted the provision in the Constitution that gave the mandate, Section 4.3 of the new election law that was published in 1986. So with these 19 magistrates, they will also help in the process, as you mentioned, in districts and in counties, because that will also digest, right, the workings of the NEC, because it's a lot of things. You talk about over 4 million people who already have close to 2 million people who already registered. From for this election. So they have to deal with complaints and election malpractices, election financings, early campaign. So these are all processes they have to investigate. They will also serve as almost like a local lawyer. I mean, not lawyer, investigators
claims
to mitigate the claims. So indeed, we are getting there. So it's all preparation.
They all, committed, to the process. But one of them spoke. I did not get his name, but I'm thinking of bringing this except where he assured the country that they will do their best and calling on political parties.
Wanted to do more than
calling on political parties not to see them, in certain faction and manner, because the political party will already start attacking directly the commission, especially the opposition political parties, making claims. Already now, they are the biggest thing on the lips of those parties is the issue of the voter roll cleanup. People register many times, age people register. So these are things that the Board of Commissioners headed by Councillor Lassana need to fix, to get done before that particular October 10 elections.
The issue with trust will always be a major thing within our election process. And because the way we align ourselves, right? People who are selected or are appointed to this position, do they do any background check? I tell you, there will be a lot of it. I show if they publish their names, right? Even if you look at the names, we will start like and people within the counties know some of their affiliation. So indeed, it is upon them. They say the burden of proof lies on the key. So it's upon them.
A typical example is the situation Representative Yeke Kolba raised in his district that led to the firing of that worker. So it's like people not wanting to put their party spirit behind when they are in these national roles, because it's like the country depends on you to keep propelling the democracy we currently enjoy. We cannot go to Nigeria and bring electoral workers. We cannot go to Guinea or Sierra Leone. We depend on our own Liberian. Even the commission that sit on that commission, they have to put their party affiliation aside. We saw the situation with the former neck boss Kokoya. Kokoya came close to call. I understand he ran on the Unity Party ticket before. He was appointed by Madame Shirley after Flomoyan's term ended, and we saw how it went. It was embarrassing at some point, but gracefully we sailed to a successful.
We always make,
even though with the lot of claims. So these magistrates, all eyes are on them to make sure that the best come out of our elections. Calling the right shots at the right time. So let's listen to one of them who spoke on behalf of the team, making that commitment. Yeah, let's listen to him.
By mandating us to go and conduct free, fair, transparent presidential, legislative elections on October 10, 2023, in line with the 1986 Constitution and the new election law. For and on behalf of the 19 magistrates, of the National Elections Commission and the staff, we extend our thanks and appreciation to the Board of Commissioners, Executive Director, Deputy Executive Directors, employees of NET, as well as our partner and stakeholders for the level of support and cooperation received during the conduct of the BBR process in Phase 1 and Phase 2 in the midst of the many challenges encountered. Madam Chair, Co-Chair, and members of the board, political parties and stakeholders, national and international partners, fellow Liberians, as we receive the gavel of authority today to conduct these elections, we want to assure all of you that we will conduct ourselves in a transparent and impartial manner in discharging our duties to deliver free, fair, transparent, and credible election as enshrined in the core value of the National Elections Commission as an independent electoral management body in Liberia, which has been demonstrated in the past. As we endeavor on this journey, we wish to admonish all political parties and stakeholders involved in these processes not to go into these processes with the perception which tend to discredit the National Elections Commission or create confusion to undermine the peace of our beloved country, Mama Liberia. Finally, Madam Chair, Co-Chair, and members of the board, and all stakeholders, as we embark on this important and crucial journey, with the issuing of rate of election to the 19 election magistrates of the National Elections Commission, we wish to appeal to your good offices to timely provide the necessary logistical support needed to enhance a successful conduct of this crucial election, which serve as a recipe of peace in every society.
And you listen to him there, that line, indeed, the need for the necessary support, because they will need the support, whether material, generally logistical is the most challenging thing, to conduct this process, especially with the challenge during the rainy season across our country. We cover elections in Liberia. We know what it means to travel from one place to another. At some point in time, OMIL had to aid the commission in flying, electoral kits to different countries. I mean, not country, but different counties through their helicopters. Do we have these facilities, the logistic and all of that to make sure that every town and village across Liberia is touched? So that is something key I took from there. The issue of logistic and support.
Yeah, I mean, all around the world, election must be supported. Even in Liberia, looking at the situation we find ourselves in, there's a need that all of these things are put together. So I know they will get in the habit of hiring trucks. Some of these trucks are not road worthy. They get on the road, they're breaking down. So the logistics people need to ensure now, because of one frame, get you one 4-wheel G to take pool workers. I mean, elections workers, and you look, they're full runner, because I know most of the time the full runners will break down, and there will be a lot of issues. The issue of accommodation, all of these things. As we have over 130 some more days towards election, it is time that for them to start crossing the I's and doubting doubting the I and crossing the T's, because every mistake in this election will create a room for chaos. So indeed, we need
And
to
I mean, with all of the millions that they're appropriating, I'm surprised that we're not even thinking about renting helicopter from somewhere, to aid on that day, flying materials in other counties, yeah. And it's gonna be a very challenging one, but we hope that with all of the challenges, we can sail through a successful election. Let's take a quick break with our sponsors, the Park Liquor Outlet, and the June 11th Refugee Day is going to be celebrated in Minnesota here in the Twin Cities. That's World Refugee Day, June 11th. It will be at Central Park in Brooklyn Center. It's from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. We will be playing a short promotional video on that as well. Next week, we hope to have one of the organizations that is working on this, CAPI, come in with us to talk about, this event and other things that CAPI is doing in the immigrant community. But let's take this break. Pack Liquor Outlet is one of our proud sponsors of Diaspora Talk. Also, the Brooklyn Chiropractic here in Brooklyn Center is also taking care of your pains with all medication. Visit Brooklyn Chiropractic with Dr. Kent. He's right there on the Brooklyn Boulevard, not too far from the Brooklyn United Methodist Church. where he's doing a lot, in helping people heal their pains. I'm a witness of his handwork. When I was in my accident, that's where I went. Yeah, crack your bone and make sure that you have the best in getting your body together. Let's take this quick break. We will be back, and when we come back, Jefferson Koji is again talking tough on government officials that he said are failing to openly support the president's re-election bid. What are they going to do? What are the things coming out of that? We will listen to him when we come back, and we will chit chat on that as well. Let's take this break.
Let your celebration begin with Park Liquor Outlet, your first Liberian-owned liquor store in the city of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. We have everything that you need to set that special occasion or bride. For your next party or great get-together with friends, visit Park Liquor Outlet. We have great selection of beer, wine, gin, and many more at affordable prices. Our customer service will make you always want to come back. We are open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Park Liquor Outlet, your one-stop celebration store. We are located at 6315 Zine Avenue North, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Visit us today and feel the difference.
Hi, my name is Dr. Kent. Welcome to Brooklyn Chiropractic. Come to Brooklyn Chiropractic if you're having any back or neck pain. Especially, we specialize in treating people in auto and work-related injuries. So we've been established here in Brooklyn Center for the last 14 years. And one of the pleasures that I have is helping out in the community. We've sponsored a lot of events throughout the years in the community, and we really appreciate being a part of the community. So if you're experiencing any pain, give us a try. If you want a drug-free way to get better. Thank you.
Today, I want to say to you, we have in our midst, for those of you government officials, tell me what you want to tell me, and you think you can be in our midst and be engaged into double standard. I mean, here that look, they are asking you, people telling you they will pay you from now to January, they will pay all your salary. You want to purchase your way to power? Let us know very clearly. Transport Ministry wanted to descend on you, but the chairman said we should disengage. Take note. We are aware of your interactions. If you are a lawyer to habit, if you are a lawyer to certain lifestyle that you cannot afford to this,
My name is Dr. Kent. Welcome to Brooklyn Chiropractic. Come to Brooklyn Chiropractic if you're having any back or neck pain. Especially, we specialize in treating people in auto and work-related injuries. So we've been established here in Brooklyn Center for the last 14 years. And one of the pleasures that I have is helping out in the community. We've sponsored a lot of events throughout the years in the community, and we really appreciate being a part of the community. So if you're experiencing any pain, give us a try if you want a drug-free way to get better. Thank you.
Let your celebration begin with Fat Liquor Outlet, your first Liberian-owned liquor store in the city of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. We have everything that you need to set that special occasion or bride. For your next party or great get-together with friends, visit Fat Liquor Outlet. We have great selection of beer, wine, gin, and many more at affordable prices. Our customer service will make you always want to come back. We are open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Fat Liquor Outlet, your one-stop celebration store. We are located at 6315 Zine Avenue North, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Visit us today and feel the difference.
To be in transport ministry and be availing yourself to the detriment of this government, you need to be forewarned. The next time we're not forewarn you, the next time we're not forewarn you, the masses of our people will have a solution for some illnesses. You have to have some medicine for it. Want to save the transport? Thankful, grateful to the chairperson who has said he takes seize of this matter because we have dossier of information. Dossier of information. At virtue as Secretary General of the party, in collaboration with the BKS Intelligence Officer, the youth chairperson, I furnished our offices with a plethora of information. And that's why we want you to be forewarned.
Yes, party.
Chairman, party remains supreme. We can't heed, we not disobey. We not disobey. For those of you in foreign ministry, very soon we counting on you. All of you in justice ministry, all of the ministries. In justice ministry.
Amanda, where you? Amanda, where you? Amanda, where you? Amanda, where you? Reactionary things.
This time it's about life and death. Want to be very clear on you. We have responsibility for a cross section of young people in this country who have labored and dedicated their heart and soul to the populous people revolution. We owe them clearly a protection of their effort. And you come and gamble here, you must be mistaken.
Now, Nathan, you listen to the CDC Secretary General in Jefferson Koji, mayor of the city of Monrovia, and I don't know how to term this. Like we said earlier on, politics is interest. He's calling out these officials of government. He did not call name. He named ministries, but we know that the ministries are headed by Samawuru Transport, Maxwell Kimia, Foreign Affairs, Counselor at Law Musa Dean, Minister of Justice, who's the first-hand legal advisor to the president. The Foreign Affairs, he advises the president on foreign relations. Samuel Wulu is on transport. What do you make of this call, especially at this time? We saw the call from Akaros Gray in less than 24 hours. The then Postal Affairs Minister, Councillor Kura, was relieved of his position. Now this is coming.
Look, this I think should not be coming from Kochi publicly. Once you are official, you work within the diplomatic setting or within government, because these guys are directly appointed by the president. They enjoy the confidence the president calling any time. If information is coming, just be more responsible how you're dealing with these issues. Look, this will also denigrate, make somebody afraid now, right? If you get the information, you should not just run to the public with it. I think it was too childish for me. This is not the first time. Even when this Samuel Wulu worked directly with President Eddie Johnson Sirleaf.
Yeah.
Even the Internal Affairs Minister is also a half brother of President Eddie Johnson Sirleaf.
Yep.
Now, it is an open secret that even when they were in opposition at that time of election, some members from officials from the government, right? They accused them. I know when we're at ELBC, they accused Ledger Hureni of being supporting we are a close friend.
Today he's WIA's Minister of
Information. So these things will come out. Jefferson Kochi start acting and like crying so much. It will come up. People will express loyalty. So it's not a threat. This is, you did it to other people too. So if other people doing to you, do not be threatening them with joke. Hey, this politics. When people feel like, hey, they laying their bed on this, but if you found this information, what you need to do, tell President Weah, give the real information to President Weah, and he can, because if President Weah start dismissing these people on this kind of issue, it also tints his chances because he's losing votes. You saw what happened with the other guy he fired because of Kura. He went to somebody's stuff. So even that 10th vote is gone.
And the thing about it is that Kraus attending the program, if he was according to him with his political party, the MDR, he's a member of the MDR, and he got the job because of the MDR.
Yeah. So it's not an issue. He lost the job, but again, these things will always happen. I mean, people crying. You guys did it to other people. They're happening now. Another thing is for me, because this man is serving our country, right? He's a minister. And the transport ministry has been back and forth with protests. You saw that. But people are saying there are a whole lot of things coming out. Like I'm reading from Front Page Africa, other stuff over the weekend. It is because of this lesson plate given to the Fixer 2. How did it come about? Because people, even in the great United States, people can do a custom plate.
Yeah, we do.
So once it is not insulting, you can see not insulting.
It shouldn't be against somebody's religion,
fine,
or against a tribe or group of people.
And the minister, as a minister, you're there to serve the public. So even if that's why you see people now even afraid to affiliate, right? Who even in the government afraid to affiliate with opposition, like Hera Costa can say, Martin Cody can say, right? They have friends there, but they cannot reveal these people, because the moment you see somebody with deputy minister or Mama Sikaba, you see Mama Sikaba with Henry Costa, or you see this person and say, oh, this person is a traitor. People have their friends. Jefferson Kochi, he said he know when he was in opposition, and, he had some friends in the same government who's give the intelligence. So indeed, this is they should stop these things. Witch hunt.
I don't think it should be because of just of a license plate issue.
These are all because they had conversation.
I mean,
they had conversation. That's what he's saying. They have been communicating. He's saying one of the things that they have been having conversation. He have more intelligent. Maybe because sometimes some things can happen. They can say, hey, don't face no lesson plate for the person, or don't get the person passport. Don't do this, don't do that. Because once you send in your application for passport, for registration, and other stuff, you saw, for example, the COP, right? They said it took them about 2 years because it was registering under who Henry Costa was. They could not. They had to use another person, right, who bypassed the system. So I mean, there will be always internal changes. But again, it's election. We expect these things, and if you find them, I mean, just talk to your president, and that'll be coming on and calling people name. Now you put that person in harm's way because it's sedition. And, see him now, they see him as traitor. The moment he get at that party headquarters, right, they're going to stone him, they're going to do something. You just put that man's life at risk. You don't know. You may say things you have no intention. But if such a word coming from Kochi, the people are already agitated in one election at all costs. And you're saying, Master Kimia from the Foreign Affairs, Samuel Wood, you call him directly, you put his life at risk. This is time that he can say, hey, my life is at risk. Kochi is not a small person. He's being engaged, involved. He's been accused.
He runs the young people of the CDC. So, you expect that. But on this note, we will call it a day. And we will say, if you are visiting Minnesota and wish to find somewhere to have a good meal, where should you go?
Mama T's.
Mama T's.
You don't forget her name.
Mama T's is in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. And she's good with different, variety of food and all of that. As you can see on the flyer there, you can just take the number on there and call and get something to eat. And we also run a couple of designs for our July 26th t-shirts. That's the jersey is already out. The t-shirt that says it's in my DNA is already out. You can also get that. That's the full one there. It's in my DNA. You can get that, and we also have other, designs for the July 26th. We're going to be celebrating Liberia so greatly. That's the hoodie in my DNA. And if you are having an event, graduation, wedding, baby shower, birthday party, we have the 360 photo booth by KMTV. It's also out there. Just call any of our numbers. You have the opportunity to rent the 360, the open air photo booth as well. That's another Liberian design for Jersey coming up for the July 26th. Let us know what we can serve you as you join us to rock this July 26th. But get prepared for June 11, the Twin Cities War Refugee Day. That's when we will be celebrating people who came to this country. There are many ways that people came over to America, but a lot of our people came here as refugees. Some of them are citizens today. They are contributing immensely to the American society, to what they do, to what we all do, making sure. So these people are going to be celebrated, not just African, but the Asians, the other people that from other areas will also be celebrated in Brooklyn Center. That's the Central Park in Brooklyn Center from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on June 11. That's on a Sunday. You can just chill out with your family and friends and see different culture. Some Liberians will be performing at that event as well. Liberian artists will be there to perform. But until Friday, when we are here with a brand new edition of Diaspora Talk, let's keep the peace. Protect our communities, protect our lives, our people, because tomorrow that's all we have to live for our country, Liberia. And I don't know whether you have anything to add as we wrap it up.
Peace, love, and let's protect our peace in Liberia and be good to everyone.
Thank you. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. We call it a show. Bye-bye.
Let your celebration begin with Park Liquor Outlet, your first Liberian-owned liquor store in the city of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. We have everything that you need to set that special occasion or bride. For your next party or great get-together with friends, visit Park Liquor Outlet. We have great selection of beer, wine, gin, and many more at affordable prices. Our customer service will make you always want to come back. We are open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Park Liquor Outlet, your one-stop celebration store. We are located at 6315 Zine Avenue North, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Visit us today and feel the difference.
Hi, my name is Dr. Kent. Welcome to Brooklyn Chiropractic. Come to Brooklyn Brooklyn Chiropractic. If you're having any back or neck pain, especially, we specialize in treating people in auto and work-related injuries. We've been established here in Brooklyn Center for the last 14 years, and one of the pleasures that I have is helping out in the community. We've sponsored a lot of events throughout the years in the community, and we really appreciate being a part of the community. So if you're experiencing any pain, give us a try. If you want a drug-free way to get better. Thank you.
When the issues of Liberia hit the news,
What is it that we, the Liberian people, want?
the Liberian communities in the diasporas are not left out. That's why Diaspora's Talk is back on your screens on KMTV.
In fact, the United Party is not cohesive.
Be it social, political, economic, and other issues affecting Liberia and the diaspora Liberian communities.
I did not expect to even make it to Hollywood.
Joan Cyrus McGee and Nathan Charles every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on KMTV, Facebook, and YouTube.
I want to be arrested in the midst of my people.
As they discuss the issues, blending the voices from Liberia and the diaspora Liberian communities.
The Liberian Business Association in the Diaspora should be used as a vehicle for economic development in Liberia because no country can develop without a diaspora impact.
For sponsorship, call cell numbers 612-806-5896, 816-433-3979, or better still, email us at usakmtv@gmail.com. Diaspora Talk, come this out.